Tobago and the friends from Tobago. Christmas they reach in Fat Meadow with a box bass and a quattro, a violin and a banjo. They say they always had a plan to give me family a parang. They wake up my mommy right away when they ring out with the flag way. My Jeffrey, oh, get up. Hey, like you are here, the neighbor cock crowing, oh girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, get up. Time to put on smoke in your kitchen, oh girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, wake up. I hope you know it's white oak a drinking, oh girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, get up. Yeah. Mommy put coffee on the fire, encouraging them to stay a little longer. Ham and bread on the table. Why don't she pull out a bottle? The music went in my neighbor head. He pull the old sax below his bed. Come across and join the bacchanal. They wouldn't stop singing at all. My Jeffrey, oh, get up. Hey, you were here, the neighbor cock crowing, oh girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, get up, get up, get up. My Jeffrey, oh, wake up. Time to put some smoke in your kitchen, oh girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, wake up. I hope you know it's white oak we taking, oh girl. Yeah. Pass the buckle there. Crosby, pass the white oak there, man. Yeah. People keep moving to and fro. They never hear parang some sweet so. And them boys from Tobago getting on with the land too. I don't know where the noon come from. He fall in without any question. Pick up the pan, we boil the ham. My Jeffrey, oh, yeah.
Good afternoon, citizens of the Republic. Again, my name is Venison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live from the Workers' Rights Network. Right now is actually 2:10, and we would have gleaned something from the whole program yesterday. A message from Julian John. You know, everybody that we would have snipped around during that whole cottage meeting that would have taken place yesterday on the 16th, everybody would have been saying that, you know, Julian John is one of the hardest working ministers, well, not ministers, but senator outside there. You know, a lot of people from on two parts of the fence, PNM, UNC, everybody have respect for Julian John. And you know, when she would have entered the room, she would have come in with a bang, a matter of fact. She would have gained the, you know, the popularity of the people that was there. A lot of people would have connected with Julian John. And you know, just to say, we are going to replay Julian John's presentation and, you know, come back break down this whole scenario here. Yes, we are live, and now it's actually 2:11 p.m. in the afternoon. And you know, that whole interview that we had was to play with it in its entirety, you know, as to keep in context with what was said. And in going further along, you know, we go break down the balance and, you know, we go put it outside there, just for you to analyze. And for the many of you that, you know, follow along with us, you know, thanks for making this platform your number one go-to platform, as to, you know, see what's going on the ground in your area, in your society, in the society, in the economy, a matter of fact. You know, we try, going forward, you know, we will try to, you know, incorporate a lot of things. This is the Christmas season, you know, and we wishing everybody, you know, a Merry Christmas. You know, some of you all, I would have received a video today from on social media where a guy, you know, living outside, his house burned down. And there are many deaths that would have taken place in Trinidad and Tobago, and, you know, the government not paying attention as to what is taking place with the wider public. Yes, we grieve the loss of anybody, the death or the murdering or the tragic ending of a life. You know, it's not right. And we would have seen the thing that would have taken place with Julian Morris. And you know, we sympathize with her. We sympathize not with her, but with her family. And you know, I do hope that, you know, she would have gone to a better place. But it still don't take away from the fact that there are other people that is suffering as well. There are other people that is facing, you know, more tough times. And there are people outside there within the public are ending their life because of what is taking place right now, what they are facing in this economy. And these things was induced by the present government. Facts. So what we are going to do here, you know, replay this message of hope, this message that, you know, Julian John would have said within her speech. She would have transmitted this to the members of the public. This 4-letter word vote, it have weight and it have consequences with your vote. And what we are seeing is the carnage that would have taken place in this economy, in this country, a matter of fact. Trinidad and Tobago is literally falling apart. And, you know, sometimes it takes more than a government to fix things. Because when we cry out to the government, we're hoping for a betterment. We're hoping that, you know, they do better. And when they are not listening and they feel, well, all power is due to them, we must teach them a lesson. A lesson. The electorates must teach them a lesson, because we want better. You want better. You want to see your son go to school. You don't want to go down the road at the end of the day and you get robbed. You don't want to leave home and not be sure that you will not return. Some of you are leaving your beautiful children, kids, your family, your mother, your father, your spouse, your brother, your sister, and is hoping for the best. Some of you parents out there are saying, boy, you know, better I send my child outside it. Better he stay home and stay on the couch and watch TV. Boy or girl. Because of what is taking place within this country. We want better and we know that we deserve better. And at the end of the day, we are seeing that the powers that we are inflating, facts, a matter of fact, they are inflating or trying to use minimizers as to what is taking place. Now, I just one death too many. They can't just say it's just one death anymore. Because you would have seen Camille Robinson Regis would have make an outburst that it would have touched anybody. And there are many parents, people across Trinidad and Tobago are grieving because of that same incident, because of the incident of police abuse, bandits, criminality, and the economic decline in which they are unable to feed the family, the children, and even themselves. there are some women that are resorting to doing certain things that, you know, discrediting their bodies, sinning against their bodies because they don't have a chance, not a chance, but they don't have a choice. So, let me go right into this, you know, the contribution from Julian John. And it is a message of hope. Listen to it. You know, you can respond to it in the comment section if you like. I mean, I should. Phone lines are giving trouble. I don't know for what. So I can't open the phone lines that, you know, we can respond and, you know, transverse. But you can send your comments in the comment section and, you know, we'll get back to you. Again, thanks for choosing this network as your #1 go-to network as to know what is taking place on the ground and in and around your community. Thank you, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and you know, we do hope that next year things are better and the economy really turn around. You know, and we could do something. So let me not stay too long and going right into this video.
Our next speaker is a warrior, a fighter, a soldier. She is one of our deputy political leaders.
Right, we don't know if you are here in the video because we are not getting any audio on this side. Right, I now know what is the problem. Right, we're not getting no audio on this side. Let us try that again. You know, things are not always perfect, a matter of fact. And, you know, everything is a trial and error. As I say, we broadcast it on a new network. Thanks to you, Jearlean, and the family, you know, God bless you. And, you know, I really does appreciate the things that are done, you know, really appreciate.
Our next speaker is a warrior, a fighter, a soldier. She is one of our deputy political leaders. She was a former cabinet minister. She is a member of the Senate in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Warmly welcome, Sister Julian John.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Honorable Leader of the Opposition and Dr. Gregory Bissessa. Honorable Members of Parliament, Chairman of Corporation, Councillors and Aldermen. NHT Massive? Yeah! You all are here.
So you would have seen that entrance. You would have heard the roars of the people, and you know it was the hardest roar. And you could have seen that, you know, she would have big up down to the grassroots. Massive. It was a statement that Obama would have said at one of his statements. Greetings, massive, and you know it would have made the crowd go wild. And just to hear the amount of people that, you know, clapping and roaring down to the presenter Wayne Mark who was there, you know. He would have, you know, spurred on. You could hear energy from his voice. Let's go right back into the interview. Let's go right back.
Our next speaker is a warrior.
Honorable Leader of the Opposition and Dr. Gregory Bissessa, Honorable Members of Parliament, Chairman of Corporation, Councillors and Aldermen. LHD Massive? You all are here? UNC, thank you for coming out. UNC, a phenomenal political force, one that has steadfastly stayed the course with your party over the years. You have more than met the moment and passed the test. And as we get ready for general elections 2025, I can feel your energy, UNC. And I know you're ready to rock and roll. In the past, there were moments of hostilities towards you, provocation. You were denigrated, told you were not enough. Yet you believe in your party. You have stood your ground and you have never wavered. UNC massive. UNC and strong. You are UNC and strong. What are we fighting for? UNC as we move into general election 2025. Speaker after speaker this evening will remind us what we are fighting for. And the honorable political leader also asserts the fight is for and on behalf of the children who represent the future of Trinidad and Tobago. UNC elections have consequences. And we have in charge a government who callously embraced a policy of who dead dead. A government who has allowed crime to run unchecked, rampant, and murderously in every community. And I cannot see any other government tolerating 5,000 murders since coming to office, with 2024 setting a whole new record, whole new macabre record. Today's headlines. The Honorable David Lee just spoke about them. The home invasion, the horror. Guardian, home invasion, horror. Newsday, crime out of control. When is enough enough? UNC, when is enough enough? You see Rowley, whose excesses, his own waste of time. PLM party had to, Rowley had to, his own party had to check. Remember, he has selected the entire slate of the same waste of time people to come and present themselves to the electorate. What is going to change? What is going to change? When is enough enough? Professor Selwyn Kojo in his article published in yesterday's Express advanced the principle that, quote, elections are about choices, and people are more likely to vote to change their situation than continue in a direction that will grow it worse. As you know, this fellow called Rowley has no time with building anything. He's only interested in building castles in the air, delusions of grandeur, on full display. He indicated to his party his own folly to foist your ear on the population, believing that Whitehall was Buckingham Palace and that he was the Queen. And all they had to do was to say, hear ye, Stuart is king. But you know what? They check him. And now we don't know if he coming or if he going. You don't know.
Now, the message that was, let me start to break down this message, because at the end of the day, you would have heard Julian John would have said, it's the same group of ministers that was presented there. What change are going to come to us in this country? When it is the same cast of ministers, the same type of incompetence, the same type of folly. For 10 years, they ain't get it right. So, let me say they mess up for 5 years. This is the 9th year. It's going on the 10th year, matter of fact, they are in power and they're still messing up. Citizens of the Republic, we must not keep on giving them any chances. No chances for them. A matter of fact. So let us dive right back into the video
Our next speaker is the
They check him, and now we don't know if he's coming or if he's going. We don't know. But the same people who allowed him to show up at the Red House to trample on the Constitution of the Republic, they're now telling you that the PNM Constitution is more important. Because they voted and supported him when in 2021, the THA election brought up what? 6-6. What did he do? He went to the Parliament and he passed his own law to move from 12 electoral district to 15. All right? As a matter of fact, Martin Daly said at the time, changing the rules of a contest when replaced you does not seem to be a good governance practice. He said in relation to the increase of seats in Tobago House of Assembly and in response to other legitimate inquiries about the basis of decision it makes, the Election and Boundaries Commission has not been as forthcoming as it should. He said, I am yet to understand the constitutional basis on which the government could require the ABC to make a boundary train in Tobago in order to break the tie. That UNC was in 2021. For years, the PNM, Rowley PNM preferred governance style is that of bending the rules, ignoring best practices. It has been about metastasizing and resulting in this out-of-control crime situation and the collapse of the economy. So UNC don't high-five yet. Don't get tired. Sure. You have to work like you have never worked before to secure a general election victory. You see, authoritarians don't recognize boundaries. As Nixon said, if the president does it, it is not a crime. And you know, Ron, if he is president, if he is king.
So, again, people of Trinidad and Tobago, we must remain cognizant because that same thing that would have taken place in Tobago where they would have added in. We are seeing in Trinidad and Tobago that they are shifting the boundaries. And our data analysis would have told us that, you know, the shifting of these boundaries are going to affect about 11,000 something voters. They could shift them around. And gerrymandering boundaries is a serious thing. Because we have a population, we have a growing population of at least 4,000 people a year. And why it is I come up with that figure? Our death rate in Trinidad and Tobago is about 12,000. And our mortality rate is about 16,000, approximately 15,000, some 16,000. And the difference between that is 4. So, in order to win election, it takes more than just voter pardon some of the times. Sometimes when you see voter pardon taking place, and they check the constituency and the type of people, it is to check. Because at the end of the day, about 20,000 people graduate from our school system. And we say, no, it's 20,000, but the mortality rate and the death rate, the difference between, we have a aging population, a growing population of at least 4,000 people a year. And we could add a lot to that from, a matter of fact, from the homicide rate, a matter of fact, in Trinidad. So, this is what is taking place, and we are heading back to the video.
He wants people to be afraid. He wants people intimidated. Yes, his powers, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, is immense. But this is Trinidad and Tobago, and we are the UNC. So Rowley's power can be opposed, and we are going to oppose. We are going to oppose. We are going to oppose. Because yellow is our code. But the word on the ground is, we fed up. Right? There are no fence-sitters in this election cycle. People are too frightened, too fed up, too depressed to sit this one out. Because the Rowley PNM government has destroyed our economy, our peace of mind, and our very way of life. Talk to everybody, UNC. Knock on every door. It has no PNM till again in this cycle. Talk to your neighbors, they want to hear from you. They want the hope that only the UNC government can bring. They want the safety and the security that only a UNC government who will be unafraid of taking the hard decisions and will deliver. They want the economy that only a United National Congress can conceive, inspire, and execute. They want a prime minister with the heart, temperament, and courage to stand in the gap for the poor and the vulnerable. One who does not weaponize our differences, but choose instead to extend a hand to all in unity, peace, and love. So talk to everybody, under the red, white, and black. People who are affected by the high food prices, because affected by birth, bold-faced 4%, horrified by Rowley's money grab, just like you. I cannot go anywhere without someone telling me of why they are voting for the UNC. They say it is personal. On Sunday morning, I was having breakfast, and a mother who worked at a particular place came up to me, and she said, I am working every single day. She asked if we had hampers. Every single day I'm working, but I cannot put food on the table for my children. She said, you all have to win. Yeah. I told her, vote.
Right, so again, you see many of us didn't take the time as to break down the wisdom within the message. Do not let politicians weaponize our differences. Yes, we are different from one another. We are Creole, Indian, blacks, it's everybody, but we are all human beings at the end of the day. That is why it's so hard to not see certain differences in other people. But we deserve the same treatment. Love your neighbor as yourself. Even if Father know that, we will see differences. He created us different. And it's not for us to say, hey, I'm not seeing this, I'm not seeing that. No. Yes, we are the same blood, but we are different personalities. Don't let politicians weaponize these differences that that we share proudly. Because if everybody was the same, we would not be able to tolerate one another. Some of us, as men, have to be straightforward. That kind of behavior you just have towards your spouse, some of the times it bad. And you just say, boy, if that was me, I would have done walk out already. Now, coming back to the more serious point, the last point there I would like to expound on is that when Julian John would have said that her mother, she working every day, but yet still, she not nothing. And that is a fact. That is a fact, Because the numbers are outside there. Everybody's working on this 2013 salary. And this 4% raise that can't really compensate to the inflation rate in Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time. Even the SRC report, it was reflective as such. Because if 4% was good enough, then the Prime Minister would have gotten that. They would have recommended that, a matter of fact. They would not recommend no 47%. They would not have done that. And we have to ask ourselves the question, who the Prime Minister is trying to fool? Who Scott Young is trying to fool? Who all these ministers and them, Marvin Gonzalez, Camille Robinson Regis, who are they trying to fool? Marlene, not Marlene, a matter of fact. The person that are trying to, Donna Cox, by cutting all these food cans, who are they trying to fool? People is in want, and even if you're working a good paying job, it's hard not some of the time, but most of the times, bills meeting bills, and you have to substitute one bill for the next. I write about now I have to go and pay a phone bill. But, I had to scrape up the money for. It's not a joke, It's a serious thing. So, let us move on again to the most inspired message from Julian John. Listen to the message. Don't let it pass on you.
DOTE is not the four-letter word I use in these days. The policeman who said, we are with the UNC this cycle. The government take 47% for themselves and give us 4. They forget the 7. I say vote for the UNC. Businessmen who behaved as if politics was beneath them. It did not affect them. They sat down there, silent as an Elon Musk electric car. Now they're jumping out and jumping out. They're saying they can't get Forex, and Rowley will make them lose the business that 3 generations in their family worked hard to build and sacrifice to build. I said that 4-letter word again. So I said, tell your employees to
Now, hear the wisdom within this speech here. The businessmen that not really affected, they ain't studying nothing. I ain't studying nothing because you know they are more than you. If you could have buy one sack of flour and you had to buy a little nip, them could still buy about 3 or 4 sacks of flour. But now they are feeling it. They are feeling it in their pocket. They don't have money for Forex. So they can't expand or they take in the little that they have. And licking up, 4 and 5 generation may have sacrificed to have that business reach where it reach. And they are seeing that, it could be taken away just like that. The 1% on them, they are getting first priority. When you go to the bank, nothing. Sometimes you might be looking online for some, you ain't had the Forex. But coming back to the businessmen, they too are feeling it in their pockets. They can't expand, they can't pay certain bills, so they can't get certain products. They are feeling it too, just as us. But still, there are some that speaking out and paying the money with their mouths, and there are others that's still quiet and hoping for a change. And at the end of the day, if we don't make that change, we will still end up in the quagmire that we are in. So let us continue with the video. As I say, pay attention. There are a lot of knowledge that would have came from that video.
By her own daughter because she was not willing to give her all of her old age pension. Maurice from the great LHC heard what was happening, went to the old lady's assistance. With a friend, he moved her to a safe place. He ensured she had food to continue. And then he did his last act of kindness on that day was to ensure she had soup to eat, and he stood there while she ate it. You see, this is what UNC does. That is why we stand. Acts of kindness, big and small. Where is Maurice? Where is Maurice? He's somewhere. Where's Maurice? More Maurices are needed in this country. The kindness exhibited by Maurice is normal for most of us. It is in the UNC DNA. We believe we don't have to be mighty and powerful to serve, because everybody can be great. In the house of the rising sun, everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make a subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. That is why UNC is special. When they ask what differentiates the UNC from the PNM, the difference is the UNC's core value is to serve the people, serve the people, serve the people. So you will be voting.
The UNC core values, nobody is perfect. Now we will come to that part in the end. Nobody is perfect. So at the end of the day, there are people that might use this perfect argument to you. You understand? They might say, why vote for this party? You didn't see that, they just do this, they just do that, they just do that. Nobody not perfect. We are getting there. We are human beings, and that what makes us human beings. But the ability to change the position or to change the mindset, instead of getting this blunt, bold-faced arrogance that we are accustomed to, we are seeing it fed out within the media. They are seeing it fed out every time somebody approaches the Prime Minister. Every time somebody approaches the Prime Minister, you are seeing this arrogance, this demeanor, according to Manning, this raging bull. Nobody is feeling love from this Prime Minister. None. Even the very people that look like him, that had the same color like him, but apparently his mindset and not on fixing the economy and standing up for them very said people that look, act, and operate like him. And the thing about it is this. There is a quote that would have came from the Bible. If you say you love God and you hate your brother or your sister, you hate your brother who you have seen is a liar, and the truth is not within you. You can't say that you love God and you're seeing a government that, destroying and breaking down humanity. Breaking the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Because that 4% in which many of the unions would have accepted. If you go to them and easy and you say, hey, how you could accept that 4%? You would have said, I don't have no other choice. Because that was what was presented to me without a choice. So you are seeing the union members and them are doing other things, a matter of fact, trying to make amends to their membership, coming out and talking and supporting a government who they feel that could do better for them, with the hope in their heart that something better could be done. Instead of this bulldog behavior. So again, let's go right back into the video and go ahead and dissect it.
Who has the grace, empathy, temperament, heart and courage to really see you. She sees every one of us, and when we are down, she does something about it. Everyone who hoped and wished and prayed with every new lie, every new distraction, profane outburst, trip to Venezuela, joyride to Washington, hoped against hope that something will come from the Prime Minister and his accompanying young salesman who marketed himself as the world's greatest salesman. They went to Houston and outsmart them. They watch these people and say, look at these small islanders. Outsmart them in front of the face. They have bring back nothing. I think Dr. Lee just spoke about that. They have brought back nothing. But yet, on the weekend, I still see Boldface Georgia posting up like a supermodel on the papers. Still talking about drug and gas. We have moved on. We have to wait and see what is going to happen. The government has changed. He and rolling some Hollywood production, flying up and down still. I don't know what it is. They're just collecting maybe this the miles, frequent flyer miles now, as they go out. It has to be, because it cannot be anything that is productive. So as we reflect on the years 2010 to 2015, followed by the long, painful, disastrous years 2015 to current day, presided over by Keith Rowley, this has helped citizens to make a contrast. There was a time the New York Times referred to us as a tiger in the sea of pussycats. No, all that gone. But thank God for the UNC, we now have the great lion of our pooch. So nobody get on the fence for General Election 25. Everybody just waiting to vote them out. UNC, just do your part. So in case you need to be reminded what we are fighting for, it is to put in place a Prime Minister, a leader who will stop the mess. One will only think about how to bring relief, fairness and equity to citizens. Trinidad and Tobago is exhausted by the nonsense, and we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yes. And the people are saying, yellow is the code, but the fella is running on the ground. All right. So we have a leader. As I said, we continue to look at the children they are killing. This is the new law in Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of domestic violence, murdering of our children, old people or elder people, as they said. Crime is everything, everywhere, all at once. I speak of these things because nobody on the PNM side don't talk about it. So Trinidad and Tobago is fed up of the nonsense, fed up of the pettiness, the bullying, the viciousness. This is not who we are. We know we are better than this, and that is why we fight. Again, I want to quote Professor Kojo as I end. Elections are about choices, not necessarily new personalities, even though that will help. People in their wisdom will always choose light over darkness, humility and peace over aggression and bad mind. It is time for the PNM to exit this stage and allow us to breathe. So you have to keep going. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. UNC, we got this. We got this. We've been through a lot. And we know, as the Bible says, weeping may endure for the night. But Joy cometh in the morning. So let us have an amen. Amen. So keep hope alive. I want to thank you very much. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Let us give our talented sister a round of applause. Our next speaker.
Now, you would have seen that interview. That I interview, a matter of fact. Now we are going in here now, and we will engage. We'll show you where we would have engaged Julian John personally, because you can't be mounting that on a platform and you don't know what to say. And you would have heard that there are no disparages. There are no one message on a platform and talking personal is something different. A matter of fact, we would have engaged her. She know from now. I for myself does look big, bad, strong. You understand? And at the end of the day, she would have still engaged us. I know we would have asked her some kind of questions, but you know, for the sake of the people. For the sake of the people. So, again, do not accept the same thing. The definition of insanity is you doing the same thing and expecting a different result. We seeing what's going on. We understand, we feeling it in our pockets. The family feeling it, the society is feeling it. We are all feeling the strain of what is placed on our backs. And it's really time for a change. It's really time. I mean, some of you outside there who is PNM, be a countryman, be a statesman. Do something that could benefit you, your children, and you know, people going forward, a matter of fact. Yourself, do something that will really benefit you. You see these selected few that getting these $1 million contract, getting these VIP passes, power resources, these lawyers and them that getting all our money in law fees and things. Let me get rid of this government. There are other things that could be done with the money. There are other development that could take place. You ever see government take advice? So, we're going into the personal interview now that we actually come out on that. We decide to rush it. We decide to rush Julian John and hear what she has saying personally to see if it had any changes in the message. So we're going right into that interview, in which we'd have had I and Sheldon Can, you know, we'd have walked around the whole of the UNC headquarters. You know, and you know, we'd have had little interviews with one or two people, you know, interested people who are not afraid to speak out on what is taking place within their country, the community, where they live, you know, and what could be done. So it wasn't just a doom and a gloom, but hope and restoration. So, you know, that message from Julian John, pay attention to it. And, you know, share the live with someone, a friend, you know, a family member, somebody. Share it with them. So let's go right into this message here from Julian John.
Beautiful speech. Start off. Beautiful speech. I can't stop clapping.
Well, thank you for that. But I'm hoping that you all would have seen a different side of the UNC, because a lot of people have a lot of perception of who we are and what we represent. But you can see we are heart and soul, and we are about the people of this country. All right, we are really concerned, and we really work hard, and we really welcome everybody. All right, and
I like your watchword, vote.
Vote, exactly. But not only that, you see when UNC calls something, it's bigger than a Marshall Fete. I hope all you see that too. You understand? You understand? That is one thing. Our people respond, right? We have
Come na man Jearlean, it's bigger than a Marshall Fest. You didn't see it. Oh yes. But let me go right back into the video avatar. Let's go right back
John,
in.
yeah. Julian John, where is the message? Julian John, yeah. Julian John, where is the message? Yeah,
Beautiful speech. Start off. Beautiful speech. I can't stop clapping.
Well, thank you for that. But I'm hoping that you all would have seen a different side of the UNC, because a lot of people have a lot of perception of who we are and what we represent. But you can see we are heart and soul, and we are about the people of this country. All right, we're really concerned, and we really work hard, and we really welcome everybody. All right, and
I like your watchword, vote.
Vote, exactly. But not only that, you see when UNC calls something, it's bigger than a Marshall Fete. I hope all you see that too. You understand? You understand? That is one thing. Our people respond, right? We have supporters, right? A lot of people who are interested and who are really working and rallying on behalf of the country. When I spoke about Maurice, that is who we are. We show up. You understand? That is one person.
People always reiterate about the amount of things, people especially from the East, reiterate about the amount of things that you gave those communities in terms of fridge and beds and stoves in that area.
No, but that, you understand, listen, that wasn't me, you know. Those people, their lives were flooded. There was a big flood, a major flood, all right? And citizens of the country called and asked me, what can we do? All right, so they showed up. Of course, the opponents spin that in their own way because they don't care about anybody, you know, or somehow they're tone deaf. I don't know what it is, but we really about do unto others and being your neighbors.
Now, just to reiterate what Julian John would have said, what she would have said is that there was a time that, you know, she would have given out a lot of appliances and things to a lot of people, and, you know, the opposition would have, at the time, would have spinned it. No, the present government now, a matter of fact, let me not talk for you. The present government now would have spinned it in a way, look what she do for people. She was hoping to get votes. Should somebody do things to get vote or genuinely help the people? And why they'll be entertaining that type of mindset? Think about it. A thief does think like a thief. A man who trying to have his votes does think like a man who trying to have his votes. So, in this position, we must be mindful what the PNM is doing in your community to harvest your vote. So that whole $100,000 thing that would have taken place on the beat just the other day, or you understand what that is about. Let me jump right back into the take from Julian John.
All right, that is a grounding principle of the United National Congress. So
I don't want to ask about the same thing, but where is the message that you have for Trinidad and Tobago in a nutshell? I hear you say it, I hear you say voted about.
Well, the message is, we can't ignore where our country is. Whether you're into politics or you're not into politics, right? You can't walk the road, everybody telling you the same thing. You know, we are depressed, we are down, we are... And listen, vote in your own self-interest. All right? If something not working, it's not working. You can't love somebody more than you love yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, we need a change. They're saying they need a change. Not me. People are saying we need a change. Okay? And I'm saying the change is here, looking at you. We know the change is going to come. And I'm sure when that change comes, it will be for the better, really and truly. You know, things are going to improve. Nobody could be worse than the beginning. But I'm not saying it's a race to the bottom. I'm simply saying that the way we are structured, we are a very aspirational party, very aspirational. Right? We come out, we welcome everybody, and it's the same way we go about our business. The same way we show up. I'm not saying we are perfect, but I'm saying that we really try very hard to be our brother's keeper. All right, so I'm saying, people, vote. That's the only four-letter word I'm going to use tonight.
Thank you much. Thank you much, Alan.
Thank you.
Now we ain't gonna start our bacchanal this afternoon. But if you the members of the public can take away something from this broadcast here this afternoon, take away this. You're seeing what taking place within this country. You're feeling it in your pocket. You're seeing it by the many deaths and the collapse of this economy. You're seeing it, feeling it. It's harder. Don't take chain up from any activist, anybody that coming around here by your house and telling you vote, them getting paid to do that. Don't take chain up for them and saying, boy, he's a proud black man, you could get out coming in this election. You black people that is outside there. Don't take chain up. Don't take chain up from these entities and them that are failing us and continuing to fail us all the time. It's about time we stand up. Election coming and we could do something about it. We could change this administration and hold the current one that's stepping in to a particular standard. This is the time when it's changing. The transition period is when we could do something about it. We could do something about what is taking place in Trinidad. Don't take chain up. And again, as I would have said, thanks, for making this one of your go-to platform to see or to take a feel as to what is taking place on the ground. What we do here is with passion and tenacity. And above all things, to you, the many viewers that are, looking on and watching, pray for us. Pray for us. The blessings of Almighty God is sufficient. There are some, somehow you can't think, pray for us. Pray. So again, my name is Venison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on this network. And to the many people that are behind the scene that making this thing happen, Sheldon, Candice, the research team, the ground report, and to our many followers that, that has urged us on. Thanks. It is a blessing. When you see us out there in public, you know what has been good, just come and say, boy, Renison boy, I just see you outside it. It has been a little encouragement sometimes. Sometimes, what I am seeing here, you are not seeing it. The screens lighting, a whole thing here behind the scene. We ain't seen your face. So when you see us all in public, hail we out. Candice, where is the scene? Sheldon, where is the scene? And a matter of fact, talking about Sheldon. Sheldon selling van. This is not a scam. There is no scam. 19,000, 16 down. $1,900 a month for 6 years. Now, he would have said that we go and change it up. This deal is going to end. It's going to end. Come next year, it's going to end. So make sure and put in your order today. Put in your order. Get your van. Get a van that has worked as hard as you. You understand? Optimize on your business. Register, and go forward. A matter of fact, is a great help out. Many of the people outside there just talk about panel vans. Does help out. So I'm gonna play the ad. So get a pen, get a paper, and take down the numbers that you are going to see now on your screen, and call and find out from Sheldon. Call and find out from Jearlean about the vans. Well, I'm going to play the ad for you to see. Call and find out from Jearlean about these ads. Good van, good working vehicle. No way in Trinidad and Tobago you can get a deal like this. They don't do financing on van, so they do financing. You have to submit your 3 months bag statement, copy of your business registration, a copy of your work, your pay slip, a matter of fact. Reach out to him. Brother that's actually reach young and help a lot of people. So let's play that ad.
Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. My name is Jearlean from Canada, Jearlean. And this afternoon, let me introduce you to our Nissan Caravan NV350. For financing options, we are offering this vehicle at $16,000 down, $1,900 a month. That's $16,000 down, $1,900 a month for 6 years. For further details, you can call us at 785-3822. That's 785-3882. And from me and Canada Nigel Autos, let me wish you all a bright and prosperous New Year. Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. My name is Jearlean from Canada Nigel Autos. And this afternoon, let me introduce you to our Nissan Caravan NV350. For financing options, we are offering this vehicle at $16,000 down, $1,900 a month. That's $16,000 down, $1,900 a month for 6 years. For further details, you can call us at 785-3822. That's 785-3882. And from me and Canada Nigel Autos, let me wish you all a bright and prosperous New Year.
Seven eight five 785-3882, or you get your van. Just what I'm saying. Nothing could be more efficient than that. You will get a lot more done. Reach out to the brother. Sometimes he bend over backwards. Going all over Trinidad and Tobago. And I open up the Caribbean to sell these vans and them, reaching businessmen all over. Reach out to the brother, you might get you will get a little good quota, matter of fact. Trust what I said. Well good. Some of you outside there that would have gotten some nice deals. Nice deals. Will you ever get in that? Will you ever see people making any down payment on $16,000 down, $1,900 a month for a van? But you have to understand the position that they want us to be in within this country. And just the other day, I and Sheldon, we was laughing. When you go to the bank in Trinidad, they give you financing for SUV. They give you financing for all them nice cars and them. And if you ask them for financing for a caravan, no financing. I challenge you, the people at Trinidad and Tobago, to go and find out, fact check. Check for yourself. Everybody know that is a steal of a deal. 785-3882. Just what I'm saying, they go give you a thing for Aqua, $100,000 vehicle, $200,000 vehicle. Ask them for financing for a van, a caravan, and see if you will get financing. Ask them for financing for a van, a matter of fact, a 3 ton, 5 ton. Ask them a truck and see if you will get them kind of financing. Them financing for the big contractors at them. Not you. Don't want you to get things like Aqua, SUV, van, them Hilux and thing where people just buy to go back and forward. That could only hold 4 people. A matter of fact, 5 the passenger. That's what I want. To make sure you come to work. Many of you like to boast, hey, what the vans, what the rim. And in studying that, you can be an entrepreneur, somebody that could use the assets, invest in assets that could bring return to you. That is 101 on financial freedom. Lesson number 1. Assets and liability. And there are certain liability and assets that move in between. A building is a liability. It can also be an asset if you turn it into something commercial and collect a rent. Just what I'm saying, it's easy for you to understand that. Now, if you have 2 buildings sitting on a spot, Where you go do? You go lead the next one just so? And just like right away, the average man going and say, boy, you know I could put it out for rent. You have money in the bank saying down just so. What do you think the bank doing to it? They are using your money. And this is what is taking place. It's time for us to be financially smart. Invest into something that could bring back returns. You want to run and buy a SUV, buy a van, buy a caravan, something that you could do. Turn it into some kind of, something where you could transport, do something. Contract it to a company. Contract your services to a company. Enter it with a driving, something. Up your game. All of this here is part who understand, who see the ad. Trust me, just run and say, they say, boy, wait, what is this? Everybody. So again, to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we had was to break down the message from Julian John just for you to see and understand what is taking place in your country and the mindset of different individuals within the UNC party. So you can get a clear perspective on what is actually going on in the center of the party. It's not nothing for you to rush away from. It's not nothing for you to say, boy, I don't want to be a part of that. You are hearing the message. Don't listen to all them nonsense page that are all over Facebook and YouTube and thing, and they're trying to debunk war. Where are they debunking? Yes, people are not perfect, but what we are facing now, we should take a stance on what is taking place within our country. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for no party, do it for yourself. Call up some of the ministers and them who you could call one time and say, boy, my son want to go in the army and see. Call them 12 o'clock when I car tire bus and see if they will come and meet you. Tell them, boy, I ain't no groceries today, and see if they go meet you some way. It's a game that they are playing with you. And that is all I have to say on this matter. Again, my name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform, and I am out. I am out of here.
Beautiful speech. Start off with beautiful speech. How can you stop clapping?
Well, thank you for that. But I'm hoping that you all would have seen a different side of the UNC, because a lot of people have a lot of perception of who we are and what we represent. But you can see we are heart and soul, and we are about the people of this country. All right, we're really concerned, and we really work hard, and we really welcome everybody. All right, and
I like your watchword, vote.
Vote, exactly. But not only that, you see when UNC calls something, it's bigger than a Marshall Fete. I hope all you see that too. You understand? You understand? That is one thing. Our people respond, my dear, right? We have supporters, right? A lot of people who are interested and who are really working and rallying on behalf of the country. When I spoke about Maurice, that is who we are. We show up. You understand? That is one person.
People always reiterate about the amount of things, people especially from the East, reiterate about the amount of things that you gave those communities in terms of fridge and beds and stoves in that area.
No, but that, you understand, listen, that wasn't me, Those people, their lives were flooded. There was a big flood, a major flood, all right? And citizens of the country called and asked me, what can we do? All right, so they showed up. Of course, the opponents spin that in their own way because they don't care about anybody, or somehow they're tone deaf. I don't know what it is, but we really are about do unto others and being your neighbor's keeper. All right, that is a founding, grounding principle of the United National Congress. So
I don't want to ask about the same thing, but what is the message that you have for Trinidad and Tobago in a nutshell? I hear you say voted about.
Well, the message is we can't ignore where our country is. Whether you're into politics or you're not into politics, right? You can't walk the road, everybody telling you the same thing. We are depressed, we are down, we are. And listen, vote in your own self-interest. All right, it's something you're working, you're working. You can't love somebody more than you love yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying we need a change. They're saying they need a change. Not me. People are saying we need a change. Okay? And I'm saying the change is here, looking at you. We know the change is going to come. And I'm sure when that change comes, it will be for the better, really and truly. You know, things are going to improve. Nobody could be worse than the PNM. But I'm not saying it's a race to the bottom. I'm simply saying that the way we are structured, we are a very aspirational party, very aspirational, right? We come out, we welcome everybody, and it's the same way we go about our business. The same way we show up. I'm not saying we are perfect, but I'm saying that we really try very hard to be our brother's keeper. All right, so I'm saying, people, vote. That's the only four-letter word I'm going to use tonight.
Thank you much. Thank you much, Alan.
Thank you.